So today we're going to talk about managing your workday as a digital nomad. Changing time zones and environments often can make it really hard to stay focused on your work and really feel good about the flow that you're in. So it's really important though, if you want to maintain this like remote work, digital nomad lifestyle, that you figure out how to manage your work on a daily basis as kind of moving around. I've had to learn a lot of lessons from like mistakes that I've made and from being able to like actually feel like I'm productive and getting my stuff done. So I want to share with you what's typically worked for me, and maybe you can learn a little bit about how you can apply some of these things to your workday too. Number one, schedule time aggressively. So like this is the 4-hour time block that you are going to get all of your work done today. This is the 4-hour time block where you're only taking meetings, you're not doing anything else. You have to schedule your time. Otherwise, it can be really easy to like get distracted and be like, oh, I'm gonna go out to lunch with this new person that I met, or there's a bar crawl that's starting at 6 o'clock tonight, and I'm gonna go hang out with those people. So you have to schedule and protect your time aggressively. That way, when you are off work, you can enjoy it as much as possible. And while you're working, you're gonna stay focused and make sure you are on task at, not all the time, but most of the time. Number two, if possible, get your tasks done before your team members or coworkers or boss are even out of bed. So if you're working in Europe and if you're working for an American company, you are gonna have a few hours before anyone is up and about to send you Slack messages, emails, texts, whatever it is. So you're gonna have basically a head start on getting your tasks done without any distractions. So utilize that time as best as possible. I found it to be like a huge thing for me to have that time frame where these people aren't even out of bed yet. So make sure and take advantage of it and get your stuff done then. Number three, schedule all of your meetings on the same day or days if possible. I don't know about you, but I find myself really drained from a ton of Zoom meetings, and I'm not really able to get a lot of other things done because of that. So what I try to do is I try to make sure my meetings are on Monday or Wednesday, and just really try to religiously protect the rest of my time so I can get the important work done on those other days. This is going to be really important if you are going to Asia to work and travel, because you're going to be, especially if you're working for an American company, you're going to be like 12, 13 hours time difference depending where you are. And you're going to probably have to stay up late some nights of the week working. Like your workday might not start until like 8 or 9 p.m. So you're going to have to be working till like, midnight, 1 or 2. For me, it's better to only be doing that a couple days a week, 1 or 2 at most. Otherwise, you have risk of like, if you're doing that every day, like you're gonna be tired, you're not gonna really be enjoying your time there. So it's better to just communicate with your company, your coworkers, your boss, your team, whoever, and just try to get those meetings focused down to as minimal days as possible. Number 4, find a reliable co-working space, restaurant, or cafe where you can work from, that you just go there every single day. This is gonna make it a lot easier if you just have like a focused workspace that you go to, and that you just know that when I show up at this place, it's time for me to get work done. I've found that it's very difficult for me personally to work from like my hotel room, my Airbnb, whatever it is, unless I have like a separate office space that's in that area. So just make sure you have a dedicated place that you're going to get your work done. This will help manage your workday immensely. Number 5, make daily and weekly check-ins. So that means like once a week, I create like a checklist of all the things I need to do to make sure I'm staying on task. And then daily, I will like make sub checklists based on that list of what the most important things are to do. I just love checklists in general. I think that they're really helpful, and by doing that, you're gonna be able to manage all the excitement going on around you with what you have to get done to keep your job and to keep this lifestyle going. Number 6, find friends to co-work with or people to hold you accountable while co-working. So that might mean finding somebody that like, hey, at this point in time, we're gonna go to this restaurant and we're gonna work. We're not gonna talk to each other, we're just gonna get our stuff done. But we're gonna hold each other accountable to make sure that we're actually showing up every day at the same time. I find it to be really helpful, especially if somebody can respect the fact that like, you're down to hang out, but you don't wanna talk to each other. I know someone's probably listening to this and being like, Trevor, I worked with you and I wish you would just shut the fuck up. So maybe I can do a bit better job on that. But yes, finding people that can hold you accountable and maybe you can take breaks with is gonna be huge for managing your workday. Number 7, use tools like Memory.al to track and manage your time. Figure out where you're wasting time while you're on your laptop. Like, is it really important if you're sitting in the middle of a national park to be watching Netflix in the middle of your workday when you could have finished your work a couple hours ago and headed out to like see this epic view on this epic hike? I mean, for me, that's what's more important. I mean, I'm not saying don't watch Netflix. I love a bunch of different shows. But if it's interrupting your work time, then you're gonna wanna know that, and Memory.al will help track where your time is going so you can optimize that time. Number 8, make sure and schedule self-care time. This is something I can definitely improve on. It's usually the first thing that ends up going for me as I get busier or there's more adventures and things to do. But it's like one of the cornerstones of being able to maintain balance between work and play while traveling, and also like showing up at work and in my personal life the best that I can. So make sure and schedule that time for you as well. Just do something fun, do something small regularly to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. I can't say that enough. There's a lot of people that struggle with this, including me sometimes. So I just want to keep hammering that point home. Take care of yourself.
All right, so I forgot to record the end of the video. Oops. Go ahead and like or subscribe to follow along for more tips or travel adventures where we're gonna be going all over the place. Whether it's Colombia, Mexico, Thailand, Portugal, and you're interested in stuff like that, hit that subscribe button and follow along. All right, see you guys next time.